Okay, so here's my problem. This is a poker table I've designed. There's actually a lot more that you can't see. Turn some of this on. So it has these channels. Right now I'm just trying to get this first one. It's the only one I've actually cut back into it. Um, but I've already cut the template out on this. So it's all these cup holders, the racetrack, the insert, lip, all of this stuff. I did a contour cut on and it worked great. Now, and this is all testing that I'm doing before I start using expensive wood. So now I'm trying to get the final piece, which is these insets. And what I do is I pour acrylic in these, acrylic resin. Um, so this is already extruded out to 3/4 inch. It's obviously correct because the contour cut worked for everything perfectly, cut it all out. And now, while it's still up on the board, I want to go ahead and just do these recesses to make sure everything works properly before I go into expensive lumber. And this is where I'm having the issue. So I am going to just do this because I just want to cut this one to test it. I'm going to go into manufacture and I'm going to go ahead and start all over. Um, so I'll delete this. I'll show you the setup. The setup is set up for milling, model orientation, stock box point. Model is the body, and stock. I did have this set to relative size box, but it was doing the same thing. I tried to set it to fixed size box, and it hasn't made a difference, which is just the measurements for a 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch ply, and nothing on post process. So there shouldn't be anything there that I'm missing. So now I'm going to try doing a 2D pocket. And I'm going to select my tool, which is just a generic 1/8 inch flat end. Say OK to that. Turn the flood off. I'll leave all of these settings for now. I know I lowered this to 508 and all that stuff, but just for speed's sake, we'll leave that alone. Pocket selection. So I know that I've been told there's various ways to do it. I could select this. When I select just this is what happens. The whole sheet lights up. So, and it cuts everywhere. So I know we were talking about trying to do just the top lip. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to select all these, just the tops. Tilt this so we tops. Top. Set current contour. And the whole thing lights up again. And of course, if I try to generate this, it's going to start trying to, it's going to generate this, but it's going to start cutting like way out here on the outside of the box. Like it wants to cut the entire thing. So just go back into this. And let's clear the chain. Once again. So I'm going to select just the top again. Now I know these arrows when I'm doing the contour cuts says which side of the contour line it's cutting on. It's the tops of it. says it's generated. Go through simulate. It's doing this weird thing. It's different for however I try to do this. Doesn't seem to matter. So back in here. I do realize there's some other settings in here that need to be set, but just trying to get the selection right. We can turn off feed in and lead out, and set the passes and everything. Now, if I try to flip these arrows, still showing, I don't know why we're only showing 7 chains now. What happened there? Select the tops. See, this time, it looks like it's selecting. Still selecting the top, and now it just deselected everything else. Now, last time I hit OK, time before that I hit, I can hit, doesn't matter. Shift these. It's only showing 6 chains. Normally it shows 18 chains, so I don't know why it's only showing 6 chains now. Just do this again. So this is coming along and looking really nice. Let me tilt this. Grabbing the top edge. But yeah, see, so it's starting to fill out like the way I'd want it to cut. It's all going great. Now when I click this very last one, here, tilt this top, blow out a little bit, click this very last one, selects the whole thing again. Hush! If I try to reverse these arrows, it starts doing all sorts of weird things. So yeah, that's what I'm up against. I cannot get it to select S by itself.